Hello everybody, welcome to the actual class of pricing, right? So the 7 days that you guys have done, it was just the introduction to pricing. We didn't actually majorly go and delve into the what do you say, the nitty-gritties of pricing. So without much ado, let's start the class. So for the next 21 days, this is how it's going to be. So first of all, I need you to understand that there are rules for this class. Yeah, so what are the rules? So number one, can you see? If you can see, can you please give me a thumbs up? Awesome, great. So number one is participate fully. Right? What do I mean by participate fully? So if I'm saying, hey, do you guys have a question, or if I'm asking you a question, I need you to answer back. This is not one of those Zoom sessions where you just keep your video off and not talk. That is not the kind of Zoom session we are having, right? And number two, you also need to participate in the WhatsApp group. So if you have a question, or if you have a suggestion that you want to give to one of your classmates, go ahead and do that. If you've discovered something new, please make sure that you give that wisdom out to other people. Maybe we will all learn, right? So participate fully, participate 100%. Right? Number two is respect. What do I mean by respect? I know this is a paid class. I also understand that that you guys have paid for this class and you have every right to get all the information possible. But however, I am yours for the class. Outside of the class, I am not yours. I need you guys to understand that, and I need you guys to respect my time. Similarly, I need you guys to respect other classmates' time also, and don't just ping them anytime. You can use the WhatsApp group to put your question there, and just in case somebody is not answering the question immediately, if I am not able to respond to it immediately, hold on. It's absolutely fine. I am not at your beck and call. Neither are you at my beck and call. So I would really, rule number two is respect your time, respect my time, right? And number three is be kind. What do I mean by be kind? Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. There's no explanation to it. Primarily, I need you guys to be kind to yourself. It starts with me. So if it starts with me, what do I mean? What do I mean by being kind to myself? Give yourself. If I need to be kind to myself, I need to give myself the permission to make mistakes. It's absolutely fine to make mistakes. We are learning something new, so you are not going to get it on day one. It's fine. Be kind to yourself first, and then it's very easy to be kind to others. Yes. Can I get a thumbs up from each of you? Awesome. Great. I don't know why I'm coughing suddenly. Every day I need you guys to come with intentions, right? You joined this class for what? To pass time? No, not really, right? We came to this class with some intentions. I don't know what your intentions are, but these are the intentions that I need you to have. What are these intentions? Number one, you need to have an intention to. You need to have an intention to learn. Yes? If you're coming to this class, I need you to have an intention of learning. Number two, you need to have an intention to grow. Yes? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. Did any of you come here not to grow, to just pass your time? No, all of you came here to grow. All of you came to learn. came to grow. And number 3, can anybody give me a guess? What do you think the third intention should be? Give it to me in the chat box.
Succeed.
How will you succeed? It's getting recorded, so give it to me in the chat box, please. Intention to get better. How will you get better? Implementing. What is another word for implementing? A simpler word that we will keep going back and forth to that. Over and over again, we're going to go back to that word. Practice. More than practice, taking action. And immediate action. Don't wait for it to make sense to you. When I'm saying something, just do it immediately. The awesome thing about action is, as you're doing it, your brain is going to start comprehending it. Don't wait for comprehension to come and then start acting. Yes? So your intentions are to learn, your intention is to grow, and how are you going to do that? If you're going to intend, if you're going to come with an intention saying, no matter what Dolly is going to ask us, we are going to do it. I am going to do it. Yeah? Awesome. So these are your intentions. It'll be very, very good if you write a mission statement about this and say, if it is me, I would say, I, Dolly, welcome, will participate fully, because these are the rules, right? Rules of the class. Respect students' time. Please write this down in your notebook, because this is very, very important. This has to become your mission statement, right? Because that is something that you will have to scream to the world and say, I, Dolly Welcome, will participate fully, respect my coach and my fellow students' time, and finally be kind to myself and give myself permission to make mistakes, right? And what are my intentions? My intention are to learn, grow, and take action. Clear? Everybody clear with that? Can't see clearly. You can't see me clearly? I think sometimes the thing is, the iPhone camera is just refocusing. Can you see me clearly now? Still no? If I change the, one second. Okay, I'm going to write a word on the black whiteboard, and I want you to think of all the possible things that come into your mind. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. Alright? Can everybody see the word? Please give your answers in the chat box, please. Gambling, right? What do you think? What do you think about gambling? Is it good? Is it bad? Very bad. Okay. Okay, let's say good, bad, very bad. Right? We have a vote for very bad. We have a vote for bad. Rachel, what are you saying, Rachel? Rachel also said bad. Okay. Why do you think it is bad? Why do you guys think it's bad? Most of the times it's done for wrong things, whatever those wrong things are, from what I know. It involves all unethical, illegal. Okay, it's illegal. It's banned by the government of India also, which is why it is bad. Right. Okay, I'll give you a scenario. I'll give you another scenario where okay, what are the characteristics of gambling? Let's just like make a list of characteristics of gambling. Do they know the outcome? I think the first, they invest some money, a little bit of money, right? At least something. They invest something. Invest something. Most of the time, what is it? The only thing they have, maybe not all the time, but most of the time, gambling. What happens? It's all that they have. They put it in. Yes or no? Does everybody agree with me here? Yes? Give me a thumbs up. Do not know for sure what the outcome is. Yes? Another thumbs up again. Do they know what the outcome is going to be? No, right? No, they don't. So I'm going to flip the story a little bit. How is it any different from a sportsman? Don't you think a sportsman also gambles? He or she, like an athlete, he or she puts everything that they have into this sport, right? And they still don't know if the outcome is going to be, they don't know for sure if they're going to win or lose every time. Don't you think they're the biggest gamblers in the world? Think about it. What is the difference? But first, do you agree? Do you agree with me that even a sportsman or an athlete? Athlete is not E, no. True. They're gambling, right? They're gambling their life away. Yes or no? They don't know if they're going to get an injury or not, but they're still putting in that work, still putting all the stuff that they have for what? For a gold medal. So, okay. Yes or no? Like athletes are constantly gambling. So what is the difference between when When you are thinking of gambling, obviously you're not thinking of an athlete, right? Why didn't you think of an athlete? If this is the definition for gambling, why didn't we think of an athlete? There's some fundamental difference between a person who's gambling his money away and a person who is gambling his life for for something bigger. What do you think that difference is? Did everybody? Does it make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up, please, if it's making sense to you. Motives are different, maybe. Okay, Elizabeth says motives are different, maybe there's a person who's gambling for the right reasons also. Maybe he's not able to pay his rent. His motive might be absolutely right, Elizabeth. Maybe his motive is to provide for his family. But why is that kind of gambling wrong as opposed to how an athlete gambles his life? Because it's a game, no? At the end of the day, both of them are playing a game. Tell me, guys. Tell me. I'm gonna ask you guys to put your cameras on, because it's insane for you guys not to have your cameras on. I'm gonna pin each of you, and I'm gonna get answers from you. Okay? I'm gonna pin Rachel. Rachel, tell me, Rachel.
Because one has a restriction from the government,
Okay.
whether it's
Don't worry
legal or
about the
illegal.
government so much. Don't worry about the government so much. For your own sake, why do you think gambling money, or a person who's gambling money is considered wrong, whereas a athlete is gambling his life away, but he is exalted. Correct? No idea. We'll circle back to you. I'm going to Karuna. Go, Karuna.
Yes, gambling in terms of, when it comes to athletes, we don't see something that is involved external resource that he is using. He is using his effort, right, to win the game. So that's how I'm looking at.
Okay.
Uh,
Even
so,
gambling, even like when they're doing money also, when they're gambling money away also, it could be that person's money also, no?
but I also think
Something that
that
belongs to
gambling,
them, right? Something that
yeah.
belongs to them.
And I think this gambling word from our childhood days, it has been injected in our minds.
They're
The
going for
meaning.
some conditioning. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
So
I fundamentally definitely believe that gambling is wrong, but why is it wrong?
because it involves a lot of, like I said, that unethical or immoral ways that they have to
Unethical,
follow.
immoral, and all that is for us because we have our own worldview about like our biblical stuff or whatever. Like our religion tells us what to do, what not to do. Correct. But
Hmm.
in the general world, why is a sportsman or an athlete so celebrated for gambling his life away, whereas a person who's gambling money or whatever is so dissed for doing what he's doing? Why is it wrong?
Because the society or it is accepting the athlete and not
Why?
accepting the
Why?
other way.
Why? Why is that? Okay, I'm gonna circle back to you. I'm gonna pin
Yes.
Sunaina. Hey, Sunaina.
Hi. First of all, I'm sorry for joining in late.
That's okay. That's okay. No
Uh,
problem. No issue.
And I'm just, I do not know the exact context what you told just before I joined,
Uh-huh.
but I think,
I repeated myself. So it's okay.
yeah, okay.
Listen to
So,
it.
yeah, I think a sports person, is doing something inspirational and motivational, and he's got a lot of discipline. He's
Okay.
put a lot of hard work and a lot of input from himself
Mm-hmm.
into that activity,
Okay.
that mission, that goal.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to gambling, it's just luck. It's just luck of the draw. Or, it's just, it's a fluke. It can be the chances of
Okay.
risk is very high.
You're on to something. You're on to something, Sinena. So can I
Yeah. So
everything that the
yeah,
sportsman, like all those words that you used discipline, you used inspiration, you used motivation. What are the other
effort,
effort?
effort.
If I can bring all of them, can I put the word focus to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Focus on the goal or the mission.
Whereas this other guy, what is he doing?
Now it seems very clear. Now that you put that word in front, now it's unfocused. It's not.
Yes.
There's no input, right? There's no effort. There's no.
There's no
Um,
reason, he's just what is he? He's hoping. I wish the word hope had a better meaning. Um, but hope without any kind of like discipline or focus.
Discipline on.
It is it is just what?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Does that make sense? I'm gonna remove your pin. I'm just gonna get Elizabeth on board. Elizabeth, is this making sense? Is this making sense to you? Yeah? Awesome. Do you have anything to add? Did you have any other point to add? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm gonna remove the pin. Alright. So it's come back to focus and daydreaming, right? So in terms of your business, what are you doing? Are you doing focused work or are you just daydreaming and expecting things to just work? What kind of a gamble? See, at any given point of time, we are all gambling. Even our faith in whatever, whether you're a Christian or a non-Christian, you're a Hindu, you're a Muslim. I think at the moment all of us are like Christians, so I can say this around. Uh, Even our faith is a gamble, isn't it? Your focus, your faith could be, oh yes, I believe such and such deity, and I expect something to happen to me as
Actually, I
opposed
think
to
we can say faith is the hope of things not yet
correct,
seen.
correct. So that is focused. No, again, it is focused. It is not just an airy fairy thing. Make sense? So now if you're bringing that principle down to your business, what does this business look like? Do you have a focus in your business or is it a daydream? Are you just like thinking, oh, one fine day I am going to get profits? Don't know how, but I'm praying. I'm praying and praying and praying, so profits are going to come. How is it? Is it focused or is it daydreaming?
Daydream.
I like you, Elizabeth, Rachel. Daydream.
As of now, mine though is complete daydream. At least
Completely.
you guys are doing something. I'm too scared to even
It's
step into the water.
absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. You know what? Today it was just about awareness. Just about being aware about where we are. Where are we? Are we focused? Are we daydreaming? So now if you're daydreaming and we need to jump from the daydream to the focus, we need to do some things, right? Like an athlete. What does an athlete do? What does an
Practice.
athlete do? What does he practice? Does he just practice whatever random things?
He has a goal and he works for it.
He has a goal and he works for it, right? Without a goal, there is no focus. Correct? What else does he do? First of all, he has a goal. Maybe his goal is I'm going to get the gold medal in the next Olympics. What does he do? Does he just does he bring the gold to the daydream and just sleeps and says, you know what, I'm giving it to the hands of God. This is my goal. Now I'm going to sleep, but my goal is going to come to pass. Is that going to happen?
He works for it, he works out, he practices.
Or what does he do? He works out. Works out.
He plans a
He's
strategy
dedicated.
to get
Yeah.
there.
Plans a strategy. What else?
Consistency is something that
Consistently
consistency
practices. That's a great
practice.
point, Karuna. Consistently practices. Forget practices. I'm just gonna change that word to shows up. Yes?
Yes.
Somebody has a focus, or by default they show up. By default they're like, you know what, I'm gonna show up. I am going to show up. I am going to show up. There's an amazing talk by Roger Federer. I think he's talking to some university students, and he talks about the law of averages, and he talks about how he's the greatest. He's considered the greatest player in tennis, right? But his average is something around 56. That means he's only hitting 56 times out of 100. He's only hitting 56 shots, and the 56 shots are landing. Isn't that crazy? But when we start doing something, what do? We want to land everything. When we show up, we are saying, today I did not do fully, so I am a loser. And then we jump to daydream immediately. Yes? I am asking you guys, can we consistently show up? It's fine. Out of the 100 days, if we break it into 3, some days are going to be like pathetic. Some days are going to be awesome. And some days, just fine. But on all days, we show up. Can we do this? "21 days, right? 21 days. Can we show up for the 21 days? Every day we might not be in the best behavior. Maybe we are not even fully focused. Maybe we are not even like fully present that day. Maybe 1,000 things are going on in our head. But can we show up? If we show up, you know what's going to happen? Things are going to change. Your brain is going to change slowly. It's like, what? Just what? What did Dolly say? Oh, it's making sense. My brain suddenly is computing it. Why? Because you're showing up. By default, your brain will start working. I guarantee. I give you a guarantee. Yeah? So what I'm going to say next, please write this in your notebooks, because this is our strategy. During the introduction, I told you 80% of success is what? Your mindset, how your brain is at, where your brain is at. If you figure out your brain, if you figure out this is what I want, and this is where I am going to get to that no matter what. If your brain is there, anything else is possible, right? So we have, I'm breaking it down to 7 days, 7 days and 7 days. So for 7 days we're going to do strategy. We're going to learn strategy. So we're actually going to learn, how do you price? What is the philosophy behind pricing? what is the what are people's buying behavior, how do we no, I don't want to use the word manipulate, but I want to use the word how do we use it to our advantage. Like if this is the behavior of a person who's buying, how do I make sure that that person buys more? Yeah. So those are the kind of strategies we'll be talking about. We are not only going to fix the way we are doing math with our pricing, but we'll also fix these kind of strategies. How do we price? How do we put a product out there in the market and see if it is the right product or not? So we're going to be talking about strategies. 7 days we're going to be talking about our mindset. And 7 days we will be doing action. One of the things that my mentor is incredibly doggedly pushed me to do is, don't wait for understanding to come to you, act. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you fall flat on your face. It's absolutely fine. All you need to do is get up, dust off, and you're like, oh shit, I fell down. I made a fool of myself, but it's okay. The next time you get up, your body is going to learn. Your mind is going to learn. You will fall again. Did any of you watch the movie Naiad? It's about a swimmer. It's about a swimmer who swims from Cuba to America. So she swims when she's 28, and she's not able to do it because it's 89-mile stretch of ocean, right? And then at 60, when she has her 60th birthday, her brain just like, she's like, I want to do something. And she attempts to swim again at 60 years old. And she attempts it 4 times before actually doing it. 89 miles she swims around. You know how many hours that is? 54 hours. It's crazy, no? Can you imagine swimming for 54 hours, getting stung by jellyfish, sharks are there in the ocean. So many things are happening. But her mind is that, you know what, I am going to finish it. And she just puts one hand in front of the other and she just goes. And that's inspirational. That is what sportsmen do, right? And it is so freaking inspiring to watch people do. Just put one foot in front of the other. Isn't it inspiring? Tell me it's not inspiring. Don't you guys want to inspire your children? So stop yelling at your children and telling them, start doing work, start doing what. You get up and do the action. Can we do that? Yeah? So we're going to be doing 7 days of strategy, 7 days of mindset, 7 days of action. Clear? Clear with that? And with that, today's session is over. So today is just introduction and we are done.